Hey y'all, AKC here, and today I'm back with another review. And today we are reviewing Hypnos by Ravyn. Now, if you don't know who Ravyn is, I'll be happy to tell you. She is a Chicago, Illinois-based R&B, alternative R&B artist who is known for her single, what's it called? Sticky, which I actually really like. I really like that single. Honestly, she's not really often known for anything. She's often known for the single, the song "Sticky" that blew up in 2019. There's some pretty good acclaim. I think it's pretty good. But this album is weird. I think it's pretty okay. I think it's pretty okay. But there's just a few albums that I like about it. So first let's get to the songs I do like and stuff that I do like about it. First stuff I do like. I like the mood of the album. It's very chill. It's very sensual, but mostly just very chill. But really relaxing album. Then we go. But like, sometimes it could be to the album's detriment. Like, to like the pacing. The pacing of this album is really not that good in my opinion. Neither is the length. I don't like the length. It's like way too long, in my opinion. I mean, sometimes length for albums, could be pretty good, but man, for your debut, it's a bold choice. First thing, I don't like the bold choice, but it's a pretty bold choice. Let's go to the first song, Cameo, and this actually kind of leaves off on the sound that was on her Crush EP called, Crush EP. It's called the Crush EP. It had like this synth funk type of sound, and it sounds really good. I like the sound of it. It's a really nice little intro, and it goes straight into Venom, which is this really fun, peppy, pop track that really reminds me of Gorillaz for some reason, and I don't know why. I looked it up and see if she liked Gorillaz, but I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe that's just me finding. I think I'm just finding the similarity. Kind of sounds like a Gorillaz track. Maybe go to Skin Tight, which has a really nice kind of unorthodox type of instrumentation. This is featuring Steve Lacy. They've actually worked together on the Crush EP before. And again, this is actually a pretty good track. I just really like the unorthodox, summertime-ish type of vibe and beat of the guitars and everything. Then we go to Deep in the World. Honestly, I'm gonna kind of mesh Deep in the World and Satellites together, since they kind of have like this very similar kind of like this is gonna sound weird, but like folkish, rockish, not really focused rockish. It just had like these really good acoustic guitars that like really a constant thing throughout the song, and I really like how they use them. For example, in Satellites, like the constant guitar beat, dun 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 dun. I really like that. Another track that I really like is Light Me Up. It's a very like weirdly, I wouldn't say sinister, but the beat sounds really dark. You know what I mean? For some reason, it has like a really different mood akin to every other track on here. And it's pretty cool. Definitely let me go to Wish, and I think Wish is actually a really good closer. The way how it closes with like these really nice strings, and you hear her voice keep going up and up and up and up and up until finally hitting, the end of the song. Very good ending to the album. To an album that I otherwise don't find that much enjoyment in. I do find enjoyment in here, but there's just some songs like, for example, Inside Out, which kind of does the exact opposite of what I praised my last neo soul R&B-ish album for, and that is going directly into the slow parts from an upbeat track, and I just don't like it when that happens. Sometimes it can work. If you're known to being a very sporadic artist on your albums, you can do that, and it can work. But on here, it doesn't really work, especially since at this point, with their sound, I've listened to some of the Crush EP, and up until like after Sticky, it does kind of smoothly go out into the smoother side of that record. But like the fact that it goes from Venom to Inside Out, which is again like a very slow track, is like about a minute or so longer, like couple of like 30 or so seconds longer than Venom. Feels like it goes on forever. And like M.I.A. is just like such a, like, again, like a kind of generic track. I don't really like how she delivers her lyrics on here. They kind of sound mumbled and jumbled up together. And we go to Where I'm From, and this one was just, I think, forgettable. There's a lot of just forgettable tracks in here, in my opinion. Like Higher kind of just sounds like a generic lo-fi, like just a generic lo-fi track. And the way that the beat sounds very milky, which sounds kind of good, but it just sounds so generic. I can just, like, you can put the instrumental on like lo-fi beats to study to, and bam, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just so generic and like, then we go to 3D, and again, kind of like a forgettable track for me. I do because I think I do like her vocals on this one. But then again, they kind of sound very meshed together. I can't really tell what she's saying. And then you go over to like Smino, who also features on the track, and he's honestly just alright. I've heard a good verse from him. This is not one of them. I'm sorry, I don't really like the verse on there. Plus the fact that it's like a 45-second verse. It just seems kind of weird. It just seems like very forced in there. Then we go to Lullaby, which at first I didn't really like on my first listen, but up to my third listen, I tried to like it, and I can see myself liking it. But like, there's this sound throughout the song where it's like this really weird siren thing that goes like, and at first I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But then I thought about it, I'm like, wait a second. No, actually, I feel like if I listen to this track, it'll get really annoying. And yeah, it just get kind of annoying. I mean, here's another part where like the next three tracks after Light Me Up are just all very like basic, in my opinion. They kind of all just mesh together, except for Ecstasy, which kind of takes a different turn. Kind of reminds me of the vibe of M.I.A. You know, M.I.A. has like this Afro kind of centric sound. Ecstasy kind of sounds like that too. And for that, I do like Ecstasy more than M.I.A. and more than some of the other tracks I don't like Inside Out and I said M.I.A. Higher, 3D. But it's just, again, really forgettable. Like, when I try to think about the track, I can't really think of it. Like, and trust me, I do listen to these. I do listen to my albums that I'll listen to. And yeah, Mercury, again, it's like, again, a very generic sounding track. So final thoughts. I think it's a pretty alright record. There's some very good standout parts, in my opinion. But I kind of just fall short in like all of it meshing together. Some of her lyrics just mesh together, and I can't really tell what she's saying. But other than that, I think it's pretty alright. I think I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. Strong 6 out of 10. Yeah. See ya on my next review. See ya.